technical issue. Mm.
Okay, I think it's working now. Excellent. Okay, minor technical difficulties, mostly on me being dumb. I just hit the wrong button, which was go live with a new stream. I'm not particularly bright sometimes.
That's not true. Well, maybe.
Actually, hold on. Am I streaming to two things at once?
That is a
Nope,
good
the second
question.
one. Yeah, the second one was just a 30-second stream of me being dumb, not realizing that I'd hit the wrong button. Okay, everything looks like it's working now. One last thing before I get started. Just going to go tell the KC Discord quickly.
I guess we are ready to begin then. Just gonna do this.
Okay. Okay. Let's make sure that
Still setting up a few things.
Yep, I think that all worked. So, well, let's continue on. Actually, am I missing anything? Probably not. Okay, so I think probably we still have home to do, but other than that, we just have the last 5 levels, and I believe that we're just gonna. I think probably just do home after Tower of Darkness compound sequence, just so that the last 2 levels are the kind of interesting ones. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Actually, I should probably ask if the sound balance on the stream is fine, because I can't tell.
Will give me a moment.
Oh yeah, I need to jump into the editor and disable Soylent, the entire point of this challenge. Okay, tower energy is offline. Okay, so know that blobs come out and basically the low ground gets flooded. I think that the best build order is just going to be one of the really good miners, like the like basically the full all tiles on resource terrain miners, and then immediately followed by a terp. I think that's probably going to be the strategy.
Okay, I'm back. I think I forgot to tell you that I just deafened myself on Discord to listen to the stream. It sounds fair.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so I think plan is just going to be one miner into one terp, and then mass expand, and then mass build out from there.
Yeah.
Seems to be the simplest thing. So disable all of you except for you, and then I want a terp. And then I'm going to disable you for now, and we will just go on and start building up quickly. The first blob is going to just flood the low ground, I hope. I'm pretty sure that up here I'm safe, though I'm not positive on that, which kind of scares me, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's actually just set you to earn just to grab the very first one. So this is going to flood this area. I think even with the second one I'll probably be safe for a while. Okay. Well, Okay, so now, oh, I forgot to disable ammo to terp. Whatever. Alright, slight inefficiency, but such is life. Okay, so now I have the energy to build up a bunch of miners all at once. Perfect. So the other thing I'm going to want is a tower there and a tower there, just so I'm connected to all of the miners, and I think it's pretty much just going to be a get all the miners and then...
Win, pretty much.
Actually, does it make sense to build an urn portal right now with energy collection and fire range? Yeah, sure, why not? Oop, I'm not paying attention because I have a bunch of finished things. I have 17 production plus 19. I can actually probably build almost all the miners. I'm just going to see how close I can get. Alright. Okay, not as close as I was hoping. You want disable? Just gonna finish building up this, and actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get... Oh, move up slightly to grab that last one. And then I think I'm actually just going to rush at a sniper right now. I'm actually going to earn it, just so that... Oh, I have resources. Yay. I like when I have resources. That means I can do things. Okay. Just pylon across the entire distance here, and just hope that it's going to be safe. Hold on. I've got skimmers, spores. Oh, I don't have, well, I don't have ARG for missiles.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just going to be placing
A lot of pylons, I see.
yeah, I mostly just want high-speed connections for this.
I guess the towers almost don't matter, but it does build a
The
little bit
towers build
faster.
faster, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
actually usually get the lineup faster just on the fact that you can basically be building multiple pylons at once with a tower setup. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start getting stuff from this terp. I'm tempted. Okay, I have beacons now, but I can't really use them. Can I build an airstrip anywhere? Not without terping. I mean, what else am I going to do with my resources? Actually, okay, so drop this. I actually don't know what I'm going to do now.
Maybe they'll just start building a whole lot of cannons so we can doom drop instead of just yeah, exactly. Just start building a
Yeah,
lot.
just start building.
Well,
I
you should build some in your
guess.
base as well because they won't start
Yeah,
to
here's what
build
I'm going to do. I'm
until a
going to
little
earn
bit.
this one. I'm going to earn that one there. And then, yeah, just a few cannons around just because
Yeah.
spores are a thing.
Portus is gonna be needed at some point, right?
Sorry, say again?
Portus is gonna be needed at some point.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I think it'll be fine. Because
Oh
once,
yeah, I guess we could get in there and the
well,
MREFs as well.
the other, well, not yet. When you get this, when you get the
You
info
see.
cache, you get access to MRFs, if I remember right.
Okay, okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
you
Yeah,
know,
then we don't
I'm just
really
gonna
need it.
start building up the infrastructure for missile
Yeah.
defense.
I'll say you're still not using anywhere near your energy production, so just
I also
plop
don't
down a
care
lot of
because my
stuff.
energy production is 40.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
That's why I was
it's just
looking for
how
an
I.
airfield. Airfield is like the ultimate way just to waste a ton of energy that you have.
Very true. I mean, I guess that's also just my mind that always goes to back
Uh,
to playing StarCraft. Like you have to empty your resource storage.
yeah, okay.
Sometimes that is actually
Oh, I forgot to
kind
build
of bite
snipers
me.
over here. Well,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Well, the skimmer's just gonna skimmer away. I guess it doesn't matter too much.
yep. Let's get some sniper defense. Okay, now this I start to actually care about. Oh no, it detonated early. I was worried it was actually gonna do something and cause me problems. Okay, mortars, get out there. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to start setting up on this island. How is over here doing? Great.
Well, this is a good place for airfield.
Yep. Oh, that's not connected. No, I have the option of building. Let's just do that. Let's just get a bunch of snipers in position. You can move up to defend against all of this. You, a cannon, mortar, and then let's just put a missile here for sake of I don't even know, but it will work. Okay. Well, everything looks like it's going fine.
Indeed. Oh, this is also a good place for airfields.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Is there any AC on the map?
I
Crystals, I
mean,
mean. I mean
no, I don't think
crystals.
so.
Oh. No. I mean, I don't remember any real powerful crystals in the campaign.
Yeah, they're usually just default crystals, but still somewhat useful. Okay, mortar, you're not as useful there, although I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a sniper for realistically just lack of a better option.
Wait, did I see unused resource terrain?
Oh, I lost miners to something. Yeah, I had stuff there, but
Yeah.
because
Something
I
must
had.
have killed it.
Yep.
I see.
I know what the problem is. I defended the left side, and then this mortar was the only thing defending the right side because I was not being. No, I just wasn't paying close attention. Okay, so this will get me the info cache and the red on.
I mean, you could still complete this map without those miners, but still. Now they're
Yeah,
rebuilt and we have a bit more energy.
yeah, the curse of having deafened myself for stream
That's
quality.
true. That is very true.
For context,
Oh,
my setup. For context, my setup kind of has me deafened to game volume. I can't hear what's going on in game. And that's mostly just so I can actually rebalance the audio easily. I could probably actually get a proper setup with effort, but I mean, who has the effort to put forth effort?
oh yeah, I just realized that the game sound is off.
Oh, yep, I turned it off for testing because I'm not paying
Yep.
because I was testing some stuff.
Oh, we are still new at this. Have no idea
Yeah,
what we're doing, so.
yep, pretty much. Well, anyway, I'm having fun if nothing else. Okay,
That is
cannon
the
up
point.
here.
By the way, resource miners cannon not connected.
Oh, thank you. Yep, I think, yeah. Did you get the message from Grabs that the stream audio was down?
Yeah, I was like.
Because I just saw it in chat. Thanks, Grabs. Yeah,
Yeah.
curse of testing. Forget that you have testing parameters set up.
Yeah.
Oh. Missile defenses are online, so I don't need to worry about nonsense now. And then I have an extra sniper to go here. Oh, eggs. Those are actually threatening.
You have cannon. I will see.
Well, I'm about to get the totems activated, so they will stop
yeah,
latching onto things. So
yeah. It's some airfields. I don't know why I suddenly want to have airfields so much, but.
Well, because I have so much energy, and realistically, what else am I gonna do with it?
I mean, I like them as well, especially the AC bombers, just dropping all of the cargo at once, or making the long.
Well, I don't have AC bombers yet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, with all that, energy, if you had them, you could definitely have spared some energy for AC. But I mean, the lack of bombers is probably the biggest problem right now.
Yep. Well, anyway, so I'm gonna get a big pylon line out to.
Did you get the M rifts?
Not yet, but oh, sorry, I have access to them. I just haven't built them for reasons of I don't know. I was gonna. Oh yeah, I need to build one over here, and then the other one I was gonna build over here, because I don't really have the red on to build more than that.
It seems like Gravity also realized when we started talking about it only. It's so easy to get what's it called, sidetracked when the stream's going and talking, having fun. Just, oh
Yep.
yeah, that's the sound of the game as well. That's the thing.
Okay, well, I've got Liftic. At this point, I'm just gonna start churning out 4 beacons, because that's a reasonable thing to do with my Liftic, because I have nothing else to do with it.
Yeah, that's little, what is called, platforms yet.
Yeah, platforms are next level. Oh, I forgot. Oh wait, is this sniper in range? Yes. Excellent. Oops.
If you
Sniper.
get fire range, that's kind of paying off right now.
Yep. Fire range is just a really good upgrade.
Yeah.
Energy efficiency is just overpowered, whereas fire range is, I mean, probably also a bit overpowered. All the Iron Portal, well, not all of them, but enough of them are
Well,
strong.
actually, energy efficiency was something I was thinking about when I did the Death Bomb from Above map, because the map is just big enough, and you do have to one earned miner, that it does actually make sense. But if you are on a map with very limited energy, then I'll actually say energy efficiency might not be as good.
Yeah, it's a percent increase, so it's always,
Yeah,
you kind of need to be producing enough for it to make sense. But the
yeah.
thing is, the amount for it to make sense over an earned miner is, I think, 8 production?
Yes, it has to be very, and that's kind of the point, right? Most maps, like I'll say, maybe even 95%, maybe even 99, right? They don't have such a limited amount of energy, so it's it's almost always overpowered. And with the size of the map, the energy production just gets even more increase out or more use out of it. And a lot of maps are fairly large. So in that sense, it is really just overpowered in most scenarios. It
Yeah.
really is. Got stunned over there.
Yep. Okay, I'm just gonna shove my beacons over there. Okay, so let's see. M-Rift next to base is done. M-Rift over here is, well, being built up slowly.
Getting there.
Yep, so I'm gonna get beacons soon enough. Yeah, at this point, like, just the packet travel time is starting to actually become a huge problem, but it's just kind of, well, that's exactly why I want the micro rift up.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we are in any hurry, so.
Xerxes, I don't think that's possible from what we have. I mean, I don't want to say it can't be done because I'm not looking at the 4RPL scripts right now. But I don't think that's a feature we actually have access to that we can affect. I think we're pretty limited on... Oh no. Grabs know better than me. Actually, I say that. I know a lot more of the random features of, like, because I just dig through the wiki for fun.
Could you limit the amount of Soylent?
Limit? Not really. I mean, sorry. There are ways of indirectly getting Soylent count and manipulating your energy based on that, but they are indirect. So, problem is that if something weird happens, I can't really say what's gonna happen. Okay, Micro Rift's up. Excellent. Yeah, Grabs has it where we mostly just pay attention to what we need for our own maps. My problem is I just dig through the wiki and just look at what I could use for my map. What could I torture the players with? The answer is usually something.
Then you give me good ideas, and then.
And then I give you
maps
4RPL, and people question who gave you access to 4RPL.
Make a map where only Soylent under Creeper generates energy.
That is not something I can do.
Sounds pretty evil.
Or at the very least, I have no idea how to do that, because I can only calculate how much Soylent there is. I can't tell you where the Soylent is.
My first thought is like, if you can have just somewhat stable creep, then turb up a 1x1 that's just high enough so the tower covers the Soylent or ground underneath as well. And just have spikes with towers and the creeper generation in an area
Grabs
you
has a
turb
point.
off.
It might be possible to drain for different efficiency levels, but yeah, again, you'd basically just need to calculate every single tower.
And it might be intensive. What's it called?
CPU intensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably. I mean, if you're very clever with it, you could basically only recalculate it whenever it could change. The thing is that it could change under a lot of things. Like, whenever you build a new tower, it can change. Which just kind of leads to the problem of when do you recalculate it? Because if you recalculate it too often, you're just going to lag the game.
Yeah, I'll say it doesn't need to be perfect, but as a person who has no understanding of scripts at all, I actually don't really know what it might entail. I'm just like, it doesn't need to be perfect, but I mean, it might have some consequences that I don't know about.
Oh yeah, Grabs also brings up the point of you don't know how much Soylent each tower is generating, so you could probably just manipulate the number by just stacking a bunch of towers next to your base.
Ooh. That's a problem.
Though actually, depending on how you do it, that would actually be bad. That might actually be bad. Depends how you calculate it, but regardless, there's going to be errors. We can't do. Basically, there are states which we can't differentiate from with using 4RPL.
I mean, if it makes the map harder, it's just a feature, right?
Exactly.
I think you should move some beagles.
Yeah, I literally just crowded them, and they just landed. So I'm like, okay, time to.
I just love the fact just as my mind goes like, oh, you should move some beacons. Your mouse literally just clicks the beacon and moves it.
Yep.
That was kind of fun. Oh, you should have brought a tiny bit of AC. I mean, I know it's not really worth it, but
I mean, it's better than not. It's worth the investment of.
I'll say it's probably almost the same, but I don't know. I do like AC a lot.
Do you generate me some blue eye just for this?
Oh yeah, Grabs has the answer to all our problems. Okay, I have an idea for the next playthrough of the campaign. Can you guess what it is?
Sorry, say again?
I have an idea for the next playthrough of the campaign. Can you guess what it is?
Basically the exact thing that Zexy's suggested on campaign.
nope. We remove the possibility to build every single unit and replace it with mystical box.
Oh no. I'm not sure if it would be possible. Well, sorry, we could make the level, and the level would be a thing.
Oh, dang. But yeah, I could actually make just the campaign remade with mystical pucks.
Ah, yes. Suffering, just what we needed.
Where the graphs might steal this idea from me if I'm too slow. I got other maps I need to make first as well. No. That might actually be a little bit fun. I guess the problem is that you might have to put the mystical boxes, like, yeah, Grabs, you have a good time. See you, mate.
Alright, Grabs setting up. Alright, see ya.
Yeah. Oh.
What keeps killing my nullifier? Probably eggs. Eggs
I'm
are...
not worried. I'll get that map idea for myself, it seems. Yeah, you're right, Graphs. We have to return to the box at some point. That is very true. I mean, I've even slightly started to fiddle with the idea of making a new... Make a Doom box mech.
I think I have offered to make mystical boxes worse on multiple occasions, and I was told no.
Well, that was back when we were still green.
By our standards. Keep in mind, Walgreen still made mystical boxes.
I'm still amazed I actually made the Omega box mech if I was lucky enough to go through it.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous map.
I still need to try and beat that.
That has to be a stream thing almost. I mean, I streamed in the KC Discord, or apparently that was quite a attendance sometimes. Like a lot of people like watching that apparently. And I mean, that was bad quality. That was back when I was like, well, I still have bad internet.
I think your internet's worse than what it was.
Yeah, right. It's just it might be getting better within a month. So I'm just like, need to survive for a little bit longer. That's kind of when I had a conversation about this, like, when you have bad internet and you have no way to actually improve it, right? You just live with it. It's just, yeah, that's how it is. But once the prospect of getting better internet is close, my mind slowly just changed, things like, oh, it would be so much better if I could do. It's kind of fun.
Imagine if I had good internet now.
Exactly. That is kind of funny. Wait, that's it, right? Oh,
No,
I
no.
forgot about the two
No,
blocks.
this one has a bit of a cleanup.
Yeah.
Although,
Yeah, I
to
just
be
forgot
fair,
about
most
Blob Nest
maps
down
have
there.
some kind of cleanup.
Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, don't you have a lot of bombers that's not doing anything?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, you have. You only build the few bombers?
No, I didn't need that many.
Yeah, that's right. That's just sometimes when I play maps and I want to go bombers, I just like...
Just
want
an
all the
entire
bombers.
airfield or 3. That's what
There
you
you
were
go.
visualizing, wasn't it?
Worst map of the campaign, probably? Succeeds, are you talking about this map?
Well, I mean, this one kind of just doesn't have any cheese, and the required objectives are pretty much just a full cleanup, so I understand what you're saying.
In that sense, I see. Yeah, I must admit, it's been such a long time I played through the campaign.
I will say, I don't think you have a very popular opinion, because I'm pretty sure the popular opinion is Wallace. Although, let's be real, I don't think any of us would have I don't think any of us have complaints about Wallace for the reasons that most people do. We complain it's too easy.
Now that you put it so bluntly, I kind of remember back when I was playing the campaign, like the only map I really remember because I was playing it and Fire was watching, and and you was just like, oh yeah, this is the map that has caused a lot of stuff on the forums and stuff. It seems to be a rarely tough map, so I just started what I literally would call a joke run. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna throw down some towers, throw down some stuff, and I still ended up beating the map. uh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the main thing with Wallace is that the easiest way to beat it is just play efficiently. Like, you can do a number of nonsense things.
yeah, but I'll try to play inefficient, but my mind just wouldn't let me.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so compound.
I mean, I guess we are people who have clocked. I mean, how many hours have you clocked up in Creepy World 3 and 4?
Between the two of them, I think over 5,000.
Well, that's a lot. I think I'm still at 2,000, but rising.
I think I have 2003 and uh sorry, I have 2003 and 3004, I believe.
Dang.
Okay,
Did you
so
play 1 and 2 or Particle Fleet as
I
well?
have done one, but I haven't done two. Okay, so I think I'm gonna unearn those and just earn this and build that.
Okay, should
Okay,
we take a quick peek at the map and talk about that before we get
okay.
too much going?
Yeah, I think that, well, for this one, you've got a bunch of urns, you've got some mine areas. You actually don't have that many mine areas, but you have enough urns to just kind of do a lot with them. So,
Yeah.
gonna be sitting on probably 40 energy production, and at that point, shouldn't be too bad.
Of course, this is a map that can be 100%ed, and that's just going to be
Yeah, it actually
somewhat
gives
regular.
us resource terrain and urns, therefore it can be 100%ed. That's pretty much been the requirement. The only maps that we haven't been able to do are so far have been no resource terrain, and one of them we're gonna go back and do, and the other one is probably
Up in
not
the
gonna go
air.
back and do because that's just gonna have to be a multiple hour long trek to beat, and there's no real ways around that. Okay, so yeah, I think I am gonna try and rush out the pseudo cheese to the runner things because, well, then I don't need to deal with them. Oh yeah, my version of Wallace. AKA, what happens if you just have the what happens if you have the eggs on Wallace launch at the 0 second mark?
Yeah, you come up with some interesting trickery sometimes. I still remember on the Hand of Omega Doom when you turned up that spore launcher that was
Yeah,
supposed to hit in the the Crimson, and I purposely didn't give you any arc on the map so you couldn't just shoot them down. It just turned up a wall and blocked all of the spores. And it just ended up on an island and did nothing. It's like, how dare
it
you?
didn't do nothing. And then that wasn't even the strategy I ended up with.
No, you
That
really
wasn't
took that
cheesy
map.
enough.
You really took that map for a ride. Holy, that was
That was fun.
that was interesting.
I'm gonna do two terps. So I have an idea because for anyone who doesn't know how these little, oh yeah, I should turn on map indicator, save options. So these little runners, for anyone who doesn't know, they actually don't. They work a bit different than normal. Actually, hold on. Why am I wasting energy? I need that. Uh, So how the runners work is that they actually work just on terrain height. So the idea is that they have a certain terrain height that they are on, and they are basically looking to just maintain that. So, an interesting thing happens if you start just... Oh, I think I probably was too late. So the idea is that if you start terping the areas they're on, they'll start to do... Okay, I need to pause just to reevaluate what I'm looking at. But anyway, so yeah, if you start to terp, so they usually just go along these paths here. But if you just terp like this area right here, what happens is that the guys that come out of the spawner just kind of go over, hit this area, then realize they can't go any further, turn around, and then they all get stuck back here. But unfortunately, I was too late to actually set that up. I actually wonder if I could do the speedrun strat. Nah, I'm not going to. I'm just going to push in, because it doesn't help with the rest of the objectives, just slows me down everything. So let's just get this going.
The answer is to build a runway and just bomb it until you can turb up that wall.
You joke, that runway was actually on my list of things to do.
I'm not joking. How dare you say I'm joking when I'm talking about...
Yeah, my problem right now is that I just don't have the energy.
We kinda need that corner as well.
Nope.
No, can't have that.
I think I'm just gonna earn these 3 and just call it good.
Yeah, let's get some energy in.
Okay, so I need missile, probably 3 missiles up here because it can't be supplied as quickly. Missile, and then sniper. Oh, nope. Sniper. That should hopefully keep me safe from everything as I push out into the middle here. And then, yeah, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and land a terp here while simultaneously bombing this area, and then that will let me terp off and lock off the runners here, because they're the only real major problem on this map. Everything else you can kind of just waltz over without, well, I mean, not without difficulty, but with a lot less difficulty than the other problems. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a sprayer on always on here, mostly because I just don't have anything else I can really think of to do with it.
AC bomber.
I mean, to what end?
Oh wait, did you even get them in this map?
Yeah, I have them. It's just like, well, what am I gonna use them on?
Sniff gun.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can wall off these spawners.
Could that be a bot in the chat? That is slightly random. Yeah.
Well, either way. I think you have mod powers, so.
It's gone.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, well, so let's just slowly push up. Excellent. Oh, I forgot to actually set the terraform. Okay, yep, just wall this off, or anti-wall it off, I guess.
It just works. Oh, by the way, the idea behind the AC bombers were that you could just build like a lot of AC bombers, and they will slowly be filled. And then if you needed to bomb something with AC, you have like a lot of AC.
So much for the terp.
Ready.
Oh, whatever.
We have
Okay,
a lot of
round
easy
two.
boss race, but yeah, no, tough line. But I mean, with half production, it's gonna take like forever to fill up. Anyways, I mean, doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So yeah,
As you might have
so yeah,
guessed,
this
I do
guy is now
enjoy them.
bouncing in between here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start dropping snipers because they're gonna get blown up as well as the kills they're gonna get, and in theory, and basically what's gonna happen is all these guys are eventually just gonna end up locked back in their spawns, and then I don't need to really worry about them. I can then just kind of clear the map at my leisure without any real concern. Alright, so this is going well. I just need to...
Did you spot the skimmer that snuck in up north? I mean, it didn't do anything, but there's a lack of snipers.
Thank you. Okay. You lot, go up here and just destroy as much as you can. Did I lose the Terp that I sent over there? Did it do anything? No, of course it didn't. Why would I be so lucky as to have my Terps do things? It killed it. Well, what I'm wondering.
Could have been one of the units or just the creep overflowing. That could be the cause.
It was probably creeper overflowing. I put it in an area I thought it would be immune to the runners.
Yeah.
So
I mean, my bet is the bombers ran out of ammunition and just got flooded.
yeah, yeah, this area just got flooded. Okay, you come back here. I just want 2 bombers on this now. Okay, you now go into location. Yeah, you see how it's flooded. I was just expecting it to actually terp things even if it was dying. Oh yeah, I moved all the snipers out of here like a smart person. Yeah, once I cut this off, then I can just kind of push up onto this high ground without concern.
Yeah, that's kind of what are you waiting for right now?
Yeah, like, I mean, in theory, I could... In theory, I could push up and just use snipers to push them back, but... Oi.
It's easy to do a speedrun strat.
Where are the other bombers? They all just kind of left. Right when the Terp showed up.
Terp showed up to the party. Everybody just left.
Ah, so the Terp is me.
Oh no! Oh, say that.
Yeah, and now that I'm landing it, it can't clear this area out. Like the bombers, even a single bomber was clearing this area out fine a minute ago. And now that I have a Terp here, and it's actually kind of important that it clears this area out, it can't do enough damage.
Is this the famous streamer's luck?
No, this is the famous me luck. There we go. Okay, come on, land and just get any of those. Ideally all 3. The second one's most important. Yes, they're all locked off. Perfect. Okay, so now... if I just land...
You gonna see the speedrun strat on the sequence?
I'm gonna try it. The problem is that strat used tower energy and relied on it, so variation is gonna be needed for it.
See?
Oh! Oh yes, Xerxes, you did a different version of it. You did a different version of the speedrun strat. I don't know exactly what you did, but I know for a fact what you did ended up being different because you ended up with like 1/3 the units I did. And all my units were required. At least for my exact idea. Okay, so in theory... Oh, these actually ran out of energy. Come on back. So, in theory, I pretty much will not be needing to deal with any of the runners because, well, they're all a bit stuck.
You know that sniper that's on its way back? It has seen things. It's been places.
Yep.
Only survivor.
Yeah, you come back. You get to sit. You get to sit with all the nice, cool things.
He's getting a disc job.
Exactly. He gets to retire. Yeah, you move out there just to get packets to everywhere quicker. Okay, so that skimmer's gonna be a pain. And those blobs are also pains, but such is life. Okay, so I'm gonna activate this shield and probably right after the snipers land to pop all the eggs, because I have timing down to a science.
No shields?
I only have half a red on production. And I need it for
Oh,
missiles.
Yeah, I usually just have a shield arm 2 standing by if there's eggs on the map. I
Fair
really
enough.
don't enjoy dealing with eggs without having a shield.
Well, I don't blame you. Okay, so there's one. Actually, you wanna know what? I have power. I'm going to actually start doing this. Bombers, congratulations, you are basically just going to be damage. Just do damage to everything. Okay, so yeah, you did Ken and Terp. Did you do two, so Zexy's what I was wondering is, did you do 2 shots from the Bertha or 1? That was one of the things I wasn't sure about with your build. And the other thing is, won't be doing it as the entire run, simply because that doesn't work for 100%. We want all objectives if we can.
No shots with the Bertha. Interesting.
Ooh, fancy. I was not expecting that. My entire strategy revolved around just Bertha. It gave me a Bertha, I'm gonna use it. It's the entire point of it. In fact, the game gave me 3. Bomber's almost done. Oh, I'm in deficit.
Did you figure out a way to connect to all 3 without pylons, or?
No, you can only connect to 1 normally. Without...
Well, I was
without
thinking lab hopper for one of them.
Yeah, without platforms, you can't connect to the other 2. Lab hover for 1, and there is one where you can just tower connect.
Yeah. So there's 2 of them you could technically connect to.
Yeah.
Without a going along.
Yeah, I just lab hovered for 1, and okay, you come over here to defend the nullifier because that's gonna need to happen. Orders.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into speedrunning too much of the campaign since the demo kinda put a lot of energies into that one.
Yeah, exactly. Do I have a terp somewhere? Whatever.
What are you doing? Oh yeah, that one. Collect the bit. Kind of got that.
I just need to terp down to 5. I think it's like 5 and 10 or something. Oh yeah, that's more than enough. yeah, missile coverage. I don't have that. You. Okay, and that. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay, so, cannon, mortar, probably? Okay, so that, and then that? Question mark? I don't know. I'm kind of making this up as I go along at this point. Okay, bunch of lore. Click through it. Yeah, Zexies, what I did is I used the Bertha to clear out the second objective, so I only needed to fly a Terp there. Okay. So now all I need to do is push down to the rest of the objectives. If I remember right, this area is safe from, I think that, I'm trying to remember which areas are safe from the destruction effect of these guys. Because these snipers are wasting a lot of ammo on them.
Yeah. Can you do targeting off? Are they on the special tab maybe?
Wait, for which?
The targeting system on
yeah, I probably
snipers.
could. That'd be the smart thing. Okay, I think that pylon will be destroyed, but I'm mostly just curious if it is. If it's not, I'll just build a nullifier. I think that is destroyable, so I'm not too optimistic.
If you redirect some of the bombers away from the cleared map, you would have.
Then they'll start using energy. That sounds like effort. Oh, this pylon survives. Fascinating. Okay. Gonna repeat that over here. Yeah, that stash is slightly annoying. But anyway, let's just get a bunch of mortars here and a pair of cannons. I'm gonna need to start sieging that. Cannons move up. Oh, is that really not connected? And that
you placed
died.
that tower at some point, so yeah, died.
Probably. And then I'm gonna need a pair of mortars and a few cannons to take the low ground, and a nullifier to take that out. That's in a shield, and I'm gonna place a tower. And this is my punishment for not getting that earlier. You come over here. And please keep this area clear if you can. It needs one lifting. Game hates me. I don't blame it. I've seen what nonsense I do to the levels, but still.
It's kind of true.
Okay, well. Oh. How'd that die? I don't even know. Maybe that nullifier is not safe. I'll find out in a minute when it's done.
is a little surprising the pylon left.
Which one? Oh, this one? Yeah. Okay, more mortars, take that. I really need to deal with this spore launcher. You know what? It's probably a silly idea, but I'm just gonna start building snipers to chunk away at the eggs.
I mean, you do have 360 arc. You could build a shield.
I probably might need to with how this is going. Because what's going on is the eggs are just protecting everything. Get rid of the blobs. Yeah, because the problem is I can't build sniper because they're just going to focus fire this, and I can't be bothered to pay attention. Or set target priority properly.
It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be honest, when I first played this level, the only thing I remember from it was just this level just annoyed me for just constantly. It's like nothing's hard, it's just constantly there just to annoy you. Every single element. It's just like, this isn't threatening at all. This is just here to annoy me. And I felt that way with every single piece of this level. It's like playing a level by you. Except your levels are actually hard. With your levels, I'm actually threatened by half the things that it does. This one, I was never threatened. I was just like, stop. Just stop it. Yeah, it's like the runners would just, like, they would somehow sync up in groups of literally 5 all stacked directly on top of each other, and then walk through 3 snipers to go blow up a nullifier, and that happened twice. I'm like,
So I guess the cheese you're doing right now is like after many hours of preparation, it's like I'm gonna cheese these guys.
I mean, it was... Okay, for some reason the other thing is this level's just not consistent. The pylon over here was safe.
Yep.
There is nothing different about this line of sight. I think they're the exact same terrain heights. Yeah, everything is the exact same, with the one exception of this pylon dies.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Oh, I know why. It's because the gap is slightly different. Oh my god. Wait, what did I not nullify? What am I not... Am I missing something?
Oh, I've been there before.
Oh, wait. Why did this nullifier die?
As you said, it's not consistent. Try to place it somewhere else.
Well, the thing is that once this nullifies something, it I mean it had to have been hit by a blob or something, or a spore, or
yeah, I guess that's
it was
true.
probably Creeper, just washing up from all the eggs dying.
Yeah.
Because those guys can't kill that. Well, the eternal thing of that mission just annoys me.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you can build a bunch of towers to kill what's currently there, but it's a temporary measure. Okay, so the question is, do we want to do the cheese quickly just so we can see if we can any percent this?
So all you need to do is collect the objectives, right?
Yeah, one's up here.
Where's the other one?
That's the problem. It's in here.
Oh, could you look at that over there for a moment and just run the map?
I'm just gonna put that as a quick save. Yep.
Get mesh in there, and does that clear out the mesh, or like
It
say
doesn't clear
creep
out this
away?
area.
Nah, it just reinforces it really.
It does drain it quite a bit for at the first bit, but after,
Oh,
yeah, this happens.
okay,
So
cool,
in
cool.
theory,
I mean,
what?
that's not a lot of creep there. You can just drop a cannon most likely. Yeah, wait, wasn't that dropping a cannon? Wait, didn't Xerxes? Didn't he just drop a cannon up there? Wasn't that what he was talking about?
Yeah, he did cannon turret.
Two. He says two apparently.
Yeah, I'm guessing that what you because if I remember right, you had 4 units. I'm guessing 2 cannons, 1 turp, and a oh no, it'd been 5 units, or was it 4 units? But anyway, you need a tower to connect to collect the objectives. I'm gonna just do my version of the cheese. I'm guessing no, Xexi's is probably way more. Xexi's thing is probably way more efficient than mine. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna start building. You two just disarm. I'm guessing Xexi's had a much better setup than I did for this, or at least
He
for no
only did one
towers.
cannon.
Okay, so that gets out. Time to spare. Okay, so one of you come over here. One of you just go up there and wait. And then the other thing I'm going to need is a terp. Oh, 1 cannon. Oh, you took this can to fly it over. Okay. Okay, so you two, I have my plan though. I'm doing my plan, even if it's a stupid plan. My decision to do the stupid plan. I think I probably landed that too early. Yep, I landed that too early. Out of curiosity, would this side have worked? No, I think I flew these out too late. Maybe I got it. Maybe I got it. Because I need to do Terraform 1 and Terraform 7, I believe. Yeah, well, the difference is actually that mine straight up required, yeah, this was too late. Okay, so yeah, this was just overall too late. I needed to do the single cannon to get everything in time because the creeper washed in and just took over this, so I couldn't take it with a single cannon, and at the same time, the creeper was too slow on here. Yeah, I could definitely do it. Actually, you know what? I want to do it, just...
He's getting stubborn again.
I know. Okay, so it's cannon, terp.
Oh well, this is how you find all those weird cheeses all the time.
Exactly. This is how I know all the this is how I know because usually it's
Exactly.
just like, what nonsense did you do that you ended up with this? Oh, I just realized something. Xerxes didn't kill the lab at all because you'd have to fly the cannon from over here. It's the only thing that makes sense, at least in my brain. Okay, so you go there. You start flying out. You just turn off. Is that gonna be enough? That's not gonna be enough. Oh, build the cannon up here. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that would be faster. Well, either way, that's that connect. That's that collected. Start flying over here, please. This is gonna land way too early. This needs to pretty much land after the cannon.
I think you're supplying to the.
I'm still slow though. I need to do this I need to do this faster. Because right now the creeper is starting to flood back onto this island, which means I'm on a clock. So it's basically just a case of get good.
Careful of the turp doesn't die. Oh, raise that turp.
Yeah, I just did this too slow. I just need to do this better. Yeah. My strategy involved a bunch of towers, which is why I can't use it. Okay. Well, I think that regardless, with that, we know it works. I just need to do it with like moderately less suck. So I think I'm actually just gonna go for the full run anyway, because I still need to do the. Okay, if I remember right, the setup is something like this, where you want to do like
By the time Rift Lab reaches the second container, it has enough energy to build the turp at max speed.
Oh, okay. So you literally just build the turp over at the far island. Okay. Okay, this one's gonna be a bit of a challenge, I think, though. Not gonna fall over like the other levels. My problem is I kind of need to power energy gen for quite a while.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Alright. Okay. Okay, so the first threat comes 3.5 minutes. I think what I'm gonna want is that, and I'm basically just gonna want the full layout of towers like this. I think that that's going to be the full tower layout. So I'm going to want that. And I'm going to want a pylon to connect back to the mainland here. But I will disable those and the towers for just a bit while I get the rest of my power gen up.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. I think I'm just going to go with 13 gen at the start. Actually, will I? I can get more. So I'm going to place that there. I'm going to build in the back area because the front area is the more vulnerable one.
Yeah, why would you not build all of them right away? Is there anything?
The miners? Oh, well, it was mostly because I'm going to want to keep this area protected with some high ground cannons from spores and stuff.
I see.
And once these are done, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna have 2 snipers on the outside, probably here and here, make no sense. Mortar, cannon? And then I'm gonna want mortar, cannon, mortar, or something like that. Ah, damn it. Well, I lost some power. Oh, nice. You had actually had a much. Okay, yeah. Very different strategies. Okay. Oh wait, no. I need that connected to the pylon because I'm basically just gonna use this as a massive network. Okay, so in theory, this island is mostly safe. Just gonna put a mortar down there. And then just start spamming out cannons to take this area. With the idea of I want to push into the Redon, because once I get the Redon with a factory, then I can defend against myself against the spores, and then fill up the entire area with miners. I'll also be able to push in easily for the urns.
Yeah, the urns is the things we really want to get our hands on.
Okay. So, yep, I knew this was gonna happen. Okay. Quick save, just in case there's anything I can do. Okay, so it looks like everything is fine. Perfect. Don't need to do anything. Yeah, vanilla spores are really underpowered, I think is probably the right word. Yeah, I don't know why those are Oh, I know why those are considered a threat, is because it uses the same values as 3, and in 3, it one-shot all of your infrastructure.
Yeah, spawning the reactors was definitely not fun.
Yeah. For context, in 3, if Creeper touched any of your reactors, which for all intents and purposes think miners, if Creeper touched them, they were dead. Same with towers, which were known as collectors back then, and as well as the equivalent of pylons. Basically, everything that wasn't a weapon died instantly. I think the one exception was the equivalent of porters, which is funny because porters are one of the few things that do. Porter pods are one of the few things that die instantly in Creeper World 4. So it's kind of switched. Oh, I forgot to. Oh! I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
Oh, you're gonna be disconnected from.
Yeah, it's better to be connected to my power. It's better to be connected to my power.
At least you had some energy stored up so you can build most of the pylon right away.
Yeah. Okay. Cannon, that is your charge. Protect it. Don't let that happen again. Okay, cannon, mortar, go back there to defend that while I push into this area.
You could warn was just cannon drop with all the cannons you have.
Yeah, but I was using my cannons.
I know, remove all the spore defense and your bees, but still be kind of funny.
Yep. I mean, yeah, let's get a refinery. Why not? Okay, mortars just move up. And for anyone who's curious, this is how you connect to one of the berthas.
How much stronger do you think spores should be to be an actual threat?
I mean, it always depends on the level. The main problem with spores is that they're so easy to deal with, and even if they do hit, they do nothing. The thing is that if you make them too powerful, it kind of becomes the whole thing of, you make one mistake, you die, LOL. Like, that's not good game design. Like, I think that for them to be balanced, they need to be so dangerous that, they're actually a threat like that. Whereas I think you might need to just change them mechanically for them to actually be a kind of consistent threat. So,
interesting.
but that said, oh, I forgot to build a factory. If I had to put a number on it to make them actually threatening, I would say something in the range of probably 100 for it to be a decent threat. Like, if you had weapons there, you'd still be able to defend against it.
I'm not that nice at all. I'll say 200 to 400.
Well, I mean, this is for most sane levels, considering that most sane levels use this level of emitter, a 20 twice a second.
What are you told? 200 to 400 is fine for a normal level. I mean, can't even put the spores at 1500.
Yeah, but we're not sane, so.
I'd still say you could crank it up to 200, 300. I mean, it also depends quite a lot on the amount of spores, right?
Okay, so now I actually have ARG, so I'm going to get some missile defenses, notably around here. 1, 2, 3, and that means that I can retreat those in order to get the full set of miners. The other thing I'm going to want is I'm going to want a turret because I'm about to push into where the urns are. So I'm still going to want a cannon over here. Oh yeah, I forgot. This just hasn't been producing because of Creeper Cap, not because I actually nullified it. This emitter always gets turned off from Creeper Cap. It's amazing. Okay, I need to move this down. Is there any easy way to clear this? Have it shoot itself. Didn't work. Well, I'm about to get urns. Urns will fix my problems. Urns always fix my problems.
I was just thinking about the launches, because the mechanic from the launches that I enjoy the most is the eggs combined with blobs. So the blobs will pick up the egg and carry them across the map. That is usually how I make. Well, that's not the spores, right? It's just the launcher. That's how I make the launcher usually being. Really aggressive.
Yep, okay, so I think I'm just going to get energy collection ASAP because energy collection is a really good upgrade. Totally balanced, not at all overpowered.
So if you should make fire range as OP as energy collection, how much bonus should it be giving to fire range?
Well, I mean, they do very different things, so it's hard to kind of balance them.
I know.
Just overall, like, I would actually be questioning using that. You'd need to like double fire range because most of the time it's just a case of efficiency, as opposed to.
Yeah.
But again, there are other levels where I would actually just take fire range as is before. I'd just take fire range as is before I'd take energy efficiency. But those levels are rare, so they are usually ones that have a very specific cheese in mind, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's very difficult to beat 50% power increase.
Yeah. Honestly, the biggest one to make them in line is not to make fire range better. It's to make energy gen worse.
Yeah.
Just give me 5 energy production and suddenly like, yeah, okay, fire range is good
Yeah.
in comparison.
Exactly. What if fire range were increasing range by a factor of 6?
Well,
Would
again,
you
depends on the
consider it?
map.
Yeah, but how often will you consider it? Because like a map like this, it's not like you really need the energy production, but if you had a six
If I had
times
a
larger range,
siege mortar.
yeah, exactly right. That's kind of what all your mode turns into, like the insane machines, pretty much, right?
Yep. Okay, so now I need to actually just. Okay, I'm gonna start focusing on what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna split these up slightly so that way I can get.
Well, I remember the supply lines as well, fiddling with the idea of doing move speed
Whatever.
to
Good
make.
enough. I don't care about this
Yeah.
being. Because I'm not gonna get a full wing. I'm just gonna get. I'm just gonna get a set of like 10 or 9, just to bomb a square.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I need is I need to send a bunch of you just into here to take that square.
It's easy. Bertha shoots one of the jumps.
Sorry, say again?
Oh, it's the cannons landed, cleared everything out, and this Bertha shot just fiddles in like does nothing.
Yeah, the Bertha shot just kind of rolls in, just kind of goes, I'm helping. Thank you, Bertha. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna take here. Bomber's gonna nuke this area, which means I can push into it very easily. I'm also gonna take this area just as more of a staging ground for my snipers, so that way I don't need to worry about positioning of snipers very well. The other thing, I'm just gonna start getting beacons out. However, I also have a ton of production, so I'm just going to get an M Rift, and then I'm going to place the other half. I can actually probably place it here. Cannon. Oh, the bombers ran out of... Oh, whatever. Okay. Sniper squad, move up. Oh yeah, I never collected this. I'm not paying attention at all.
You pre-built some beacons.
Pre-built as...
Oh, they're right there.
I mean, I was building them to push them out. Not as much pre-building to... Okay, so then... M-Rift. Oh yeah, I can actually use shields. Because I actually have ARG on this level.
Oh yeah, 4.5.
Yeah, I know. Not used to actually having ARG production.
The forgotten resource.
Okay, Terp up because you're going to be taking those. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing with them. Do I just go with more energy?
I mean, in these situations, this tries to just ease the pushing. I mean, you could just build even more units, but that's just more units you have to control and move. Yeah, exactly. Just earning motors is sometimes my go-to, depending on how lazy I am.
Yeah. Okay, earn you two, and move you two up there. And then I'm just gonna prepare a landing force. What's that within range? There, that's in range.
I guess you don't really need missiles in the front, but
Okay, and then the other thing I'm gonna get done is I'm going to set up sniper, cannon, mortars, and then that will let me build platforms here, here, just as staging grounds while this just hammers away at stuff. Those are destroyed, which is excellent. I'm just going to build extras here. While I move up, shield, cannon protect this area. You lot, please move up. And once I take this, then I don't need to worry about most of the stuff back here.
the poor bombers, they're never going to be moved.
Oh yeah, those are a thing. Okay. And yeah, I'm taking this area, and once I have it... Oh, did I lose a beacon? Oh, 2 more.
You should bring a shield for all those eggs.
I will. Also just want to clear out the landing zone first, forgetting that shields are actually really good at that. By the power of sleep deprivation.
Are you famous getting there?
Yep.
Oh, no, it's not.
No real problem, just push in, and now it should start to activate again. So now I'm going to take that emitter. Okay.
Do you have any plan of actually connecting to the other Berthas?
Nah, Berthas aren't actually all that good. Berthas are just kind of less, or they're comparable to bombers pretty much. Problem
Would
isn't
you
that...
say the?
Sorry, what were
Would
you
you say that? Would you say Berthas are space efficient compared to bombers?
I mean, you can build them without the runway, if that's what you meant, but...
More like how many Berthas do you need to have the same as a full runway, and how much each of them fill?
It's kind of one-to-one. Bertha to bomber is actually kind of close when you compare them. Just one-to-one.
Is the area of a bomber and the Bertha, like the bomber plus the little part of the runway, is almost the same as a Bertha?
Yeah, the runway's just more awkward, but usually you can't build a Bertha, so bombers just tend to be better in that regard. Bombers just tend to be the option by default.
Yeah. I guess the main selling point of the Bertha is it's way easier to place down. And the runway sometimes.
Yeah, the two, like the Bertha and the bomber, are actually very... Yeah, no. Well, yeah, the main thing is that Berthas are just... Sorry, when you compare Bertha to Bomber, they tend to just be so close in so many aspects. I think Bomber comes out slightly ahead on some of the more important aspects, so that's why I use them. It's also more it's more convenient in what I consider a more normal circumstance.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Oh, I forgot to put snipers. Okay, now bombers. Come over here.
Blue Book is saying, I wish Berthas were as good as they were in 3.
Oh yeah, in 3 they were absolutely ridiculously good. They were like one of the few things that would let you challenge like the maxed out emitters. That and the forge upgrades. But yeah, with those two combined, as well as reactors anywhere.
I mean, I guess the tribute to Berthas in Pre-World 3 would be the big emitter map.
Yeah, and and when I remade that for 4, I had to massively nerf it because the Berthas were just so much weaker.
True.
Just like, yeah, there ain't much you can really do about that. Yeah, I think like indefinite hold is like barely possible.
What do you mean by indefinite hold?
Basically, you can survive indefinitely on Big Emitter. Like, it's barely possible right now on its current settings, and I think the same was kind of true in 3.
I would say it was, once you got the Bertha army up in 3 and kind of stuff, you just, with all the upgrades, forge upgrades and everything, you just ramp out of control.
Yeah,
So
I mean, that kind of was...
quickly enough.
3 you ramped so hard.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, had its own set of problems of, yeah, if you didn't ramp hard enough, you just kind of lose on some maps, which...
All my maps?
Well, yeah. That's how you made hard maps, is you just made a map where you had to ramp at a very high rate because the creeper would kill you if you didn't.
Yeah.
Alright. Advance.
Move the forces out.
Exactly. And hope they survive.
Yeah.
Yay, I think they survived. Okay, so that's being built, and the last thing is that is being built. It's not in range. There we go. Oh. And then I think that'll get built, then that will get built, and hopefully none of the eggs will cause me problems. One of the eggs caused me problems. Move up. Protect it. Alright, that's all objectives of sequence.
Boys.
Okay, so I'm guessing that most people didn't see last time, but last time we skipped home for a very particular reason. I'm gonna go back and actually complete it just so the last two are actually entertaining. The problem with home is that the level is kind of really, really boring. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. So first of all, we just need to collect that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up here. And, well, I'm just gonna pause for a minute while I just set this up. We're just gonna sit here and just spam units for, well, basically for 30 minutes in game time. We're not
It's
going to
gonna
have them
be
armed. We're
fun
literally
time.
just going to sit here for probably like an hour in-game time just to build up the forces that we need.
Pretty
Because
much.
there's no way we can increase our energy gen. There's no way for us, like, I couldn't find a way to snipe the objectives. Notably, like, you could get the nullify pretty early, but the problem is that then all of the creeper that's already here kind of washes over. The only way that we really found to beat this was pretty much just to pool up enough units that you can fight the entire map without refueling. I was like,
The
that's
other issue, of course, is that if you do stack up just a small army, then the I will keep a drain equal to your production, so that there is a loophole, but that is a loophole I'll let Fire explain, and not something we're willing to really do.
sorry, say it again. Just I was checking
Like the
stuff.
loophole with the nullifier energy juggling
Oh
thingy
yeah.
thingy.
So what it is nullifiers, when nullifiers are active on an enemy, what they don't actually just keep the enemy nullified while they're active, or they kind of do. But what they do is while they're active, they set a timer on the unit. What this timer basically means is that all units remain nullified for a full second after the nullifier stops. So what you can do if you want to go completely insane is you can advance 29 frames. Keep in mind that 1 second is 30 frames. Oh, sorry, you can disable a nullifier, you can advance 29 frames, and then re-enable it, advance 1 frame, disable it 29 frames. So what it is, it's 29 off, 1 on, 29 off, 1 on. And the thing is that you need to micro this. There's no shortcut to do it. So you basically need to pause and frame advance 29 times, and it's just a massive pain. But it will save you energy because nullifiers take 1 energy per second to run, and this means that you could actually run. So with this strategy, you can actually keep something nullified and have power to spare. But of course, that strategy is even worse than what I'm currently doing. What I'm currently doing is I'm going to be abusing Creeper Cutoff. How Creeper Cutoff works is that all maps, you can see in the very bottom left, the off 3.0. This means that once the average creeper level on the map is 3 or higher, emitters will stop producing. There's a few other things which will stop producing, but yeah, but I'll finish with this up and I'll answer the question I see in chat. The idea is that what we can do is we can basically just build up as much as we want on this high ground, because the creeper will never get this high until we can fight it's going to be like 60 something thousand creepers. So as soon as we have the resources to do 60,000 damage to the creeper, we're then just going to start actually going in. We're going to turn off supply off all our units. We're going to go after the nullify, and then we're going to push our units to basically wipe out all the creeper on the map without having to resupply any of them, and then that's how we're going to win.
We hope.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to disable tower energy. Did I technically use it over here? Am I going to restart this just on that technicality? I think I'll have to, just because technically. Why did I mess that up?
I'm sure that people would have cut you some slack, but we.
No, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make sure I don't make any mistakes on this. I'm gonna do this properly.
Yeah.
Like I know that most people would cut me slack, but I'm gonna do this properly.
True. We're gonna admire the effort, I think it's called.
Yeah, but anyway, so to answer the question in chat of could 4RPL fix Berthas, absolutely. In fact, it's very easy because the Bertha damage is literally a parameter. You can just go into the editor and just modify its damage or radius as you please, or its ammo usage. You can change those completely freely.
Bertha with ammo usage of 10.
I mean, if you want to, you can do it. But yeah, the Berthas are units that are not hard built into the game, or not in the same way that cannons and mortars are. They are actually a 4 RPL unit. So what it is, I'll actually just show you in the editor because I have it open and I'm just waiting for this, is if you go into game, you can scroll down to the bottom, and if you allow build Berthas here, what it will do is it will actually add the Bertha to the CPAC manager, and then you can go into the CPAC manager and you can literally just go into the settings and just say, okay, Berthas, I want you to, instead of doing 10 damage, I want you to do 100 damage, or something like that.
Over 9,000.
Yep, you can modify them as you see fit, and they're literally just parameters you can modify. Actually, can I just will this pause the map? I think it's still going, but
Yeah, I can see numbers moving.
Damn it, there's no parameters on these I can't show. Well, either way.
Yeah. I guess this is a good time for some more questions if anyone has anything, because we're just gonna be sitting here for a while.
Yeah, I think this is literally going to be a 30-minute in-game time just to build up. At least it probably is going to be closer to an hour if I'm being honest.
But let's do some math quickly. Like, was it 60 damage per energy or per second, or what was that calculation?
Mortar, they're about 1 energy per second, so it's pretty much the same. It's 60 energy per second or per energy. And the thing is, there's going to be about 60,000 creeper on the map, so you're going to need 1,000 mortar shots. Each mortar can hold 4 shots, so 250 mortars to take out the entire map. Realistically, you won't actually need that because most of the creepers are actually going to be pooled up here where you don't really care. You will need actually a very good chunk of that, though, which is kind of where this becomes a slight problem.
I mean, we just need to activate the totems, so we don't necessarily have to kill all the creep. We just need to kill enough to...
Oh yeah, I guess once we nullify this, then we just need to get the 2 totems, which...
Yeah.
I mean, I could launch blitz forces to this. Just basically
yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, yeah.
So, like, just tower line something like this, and just put cannons next to each of those nodes. The thing is that I also want to build the nullifier, and then I need to, while I'm defending the nullifier, I need to build up towers, which is yeah.
Yeah, you need at least 100. Like, if you have 100 energy in the lab before we get started, right?
Yeah. So once I have all
that's gonna be drained. That's gonna be drained when you build the nullifier on hand.
Yeah.
So that storage is gonna be drained a bit, but it's not gonna drain the entire storage, right? I mean, you're producing 1 a second, you're draining 2. So when you have used 100 energy, you've produced 50.
Yeah.
You only need 75, so you'll produce like 37 and a half.
Okay, and then I think that the other tower line is going to look something like this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get the nullifier up. And then actually, you know what? I'm going to see if I can make like a nice...
tower line is going to be expensive, actually. Yeah, build as many of those towers as you can beforehand, because that's an expensive tower line. Maybe you want to go all the way down south, because that is high terrain all the way.
I mean, I think that it's not going to make that big of a difference, because I'm going to want the cannons next to this regardless. So even if I build up to here, it's going to be the same distance, so it's just...
Yeah, we also at... I just noticed we had creeper cut off, so that terrain you're putting towers on now probably not going to get covered.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's just get this, and then... Okay, so what do I have? I have 18 mortars. This constitutes, assuming that I can get really good damage out of them, which is not a safe assumption.
Yeah.
That would give me... What would that be? 18 times 4 times... Or actually, no, I just do 18. 12 times 60 is 720. So each of these mortars can do 720 damage. I have 18 of them, so very roughly we've got maybe 15... what would that be? 15,000 damage from the mortars, and then the cannons are mostly just to take the area. So I think that the plan is I'm just going to enable the mortars. I think my goal is just the nullifier, and I'm just going to hope that I have enough energy in reserve from. So I'm just gonna use cannon drops up here to connect to the liftic. Cannon drops over here to connect to the totem, and then once the nullifier is built, tower here to finish the connections. I hope.
I don't know why, but still, I'll say build. Oh well, I guess I don't know. Feel you have built enough, or do you already feel like you have built enough?
I mean, I'm going to wait for this to be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a save of no tower energy. And basically see how this goes. I'm worried I don't actually have enough firepower to take out the nullifier and then do all the setup that I need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off supply on the mortars. Once the cannons are full, I'm going to turn off supply on them, and then I'm just going to go and just hope that it works out. No two ways about that. The thing is,
just an idea. You could just fill the entire cliff up there, as we were talking about with motors and cannon, just overbuild a bit.
yeah, but I'm on 4x, and this has already taken 10 minutes. So if this works right now, I'm just going to take it.
True.
So what I'm thinking is I'm actually just going to place the mortars in very strategic locations to do damage. Okay, I'm starting to build up energy, so actually I'll just make a quick save, and then here's how this is going to go. I'm going to start drawing out what I want. That. I don't want this next to that. So there. Oh my. Oh yeah, I think I am going to go next to that because I really don't have a good option. So 2 there. Oh, this just looks evil. Just 3 here and just hope, because I don't have a better option. And then, oh, this is just going to be a mess, I think. Yeah, like I don't have enough cannons to take the nullifier out right now. I think I just don't have enough. And I'm like 20 minutes of build up at this point. Yeah, I think that's just a case of I just don't have enough things.
Yeah, I'll say just bite the bullet and just build, and let's just sit here for. I mean, it's gonna take some time. We knew this, so let's just get it done, you know?
Yep.
Just have an overwhelming.
I didn't mean to do that. There goes a bunch of energy. Oh, that actually is a big problem. Okay. This is what load's for.
It's actually a reload.
One misclick and I have to redo all of that. Okay, so then you lot on armed off. Get me a tower line. Yeah, this is just boring and there's not... Actually, you know what? Cannons. I need more cannons.
Yeah.
You lot armed off.
Wait, are you not 4xing right now?
Hmm?
You're not 4xing, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Okay, what I'm also going to do is I'm actually going to connect the towers up here because I plan to move the lab. I don't know where. I'm thinking here just to help with the connection. But then
what was the map we couldn't 100%?
Somewhere in space-time.
Yeah, Suxies was talking about hardest mission in the game. And I guess it's between those two, home and that one, because both of them has no resource terrain. Technically. I mean, we can do this 100%, but the other one might be...
Yeah, the other one, like, Somewhere in Space-Time is harder 100%. as far as I'm concerned. I think this might be harder any percent. In fact, I'm actually convinced it is, having done the first one, or well, having done Somewhere in Space Time.
Yeah, 80% somewhere in space time was not bad at all. It's the 100% that's the problem. Even if we inverse it, it's still a.
You know what? I'm gonna go get some water.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go make some tea when you get back here. Then we can both juggle forth and back and do the entertainment part.
Yeah,
I'll sit here and.
I'll head out. I'll be quick. I'll just be like 20
Yeah.
seconds. I'll be right back.
I don't quite remember when we first started talking about doing this challenge run, but I remember quite he said something about doing it without tower energy. My first instinct was like, that is easy. It's like miners and resource terrain. But then when we went through the map, like, there's a few such as home and somewhere in space time, of course, that's like, oh, we don't have urns and miners and resource terrain. I actually make them.
I'm back. Did I miss any riveting
fairly-
content?
Oh yes, and yeah, I'm just sitting here. Or what's that called? Like nostalgia stuff when you're reminiscing.
Yep, reminiscing.
Oh yeah, that word. That word. When did the idea about no tower energy get initiated?
I think it was actually me and Xexes about mid-January in the Creeper World 4 chat.
Oh really? I see.
Probably actually just look for messages from me in that chat and you'll probably find it.
Oh, I'm not that invested.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna go make some tea. Be right back.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit here and effectively watch paint dry. Okay, well, let's do some quick math in the meantime. Okay, so I've got, wait, is this? Yeah, those are getting ammo. Okay, so now I'm up to 36 mortars. This is just going to dull my damage to about 30,000, which is about half the creeper on the map. And then the cannons I have are 27, so all the weapons I have won't be enough to wipe out all the creeper on the map, even with all this buildup. That's annoying. I guess the question is, do I want to try and go with what I have? Because the main thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to get this nullified. So I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to try focusing on that, and then I'm going to maybe try fluttering the nullifier a bit, the thing I was mentioning earlier, because I think that's going to be easier than building up the forces necessary to wipe out the entire map. Because I don't need much energy to take the Actually, no, I think I am probably going to end up wiping out most of the creeper. I'm probably going to have to. Okay, pause, just to make sure everything is turned off on armed status. Yeah, I think I'm just going to focus on getting a nullifier up near the emitter, and then I'm going to see if I can speed the rest of the map once I have that done. Fluttering the nullifier as necessary. I'm going to see if I can just use these cannons here. So I'm just going to set up a massive doom drop here. So once these are all filled, then I'm going to wait for full energy. Then I'm going to doom drop while activating the mortars, or the mortars that are in a good position, I should say, to basically siege this, do a bunch of damage, and then I'm going to try cycling out the mortars for good ones, as I also land full ammo ones on the low ground to do more damage. Okay, I have energy. Save. Tower. Energy. Go time. Because the answer is we're going to go and hope that this works. Okay. So right when these are about to drop, I need to slow this down because this actually is going to require... Okay, so you lot pretty much all armed. Then you, armed. Just do damage. So, first priority is a low ground connection. And then, can I nullify from back here? I cannot. Is there anything below you? Maybe not. So if I move you, is there anything stopping me from building a nullifier there? There is. What? Oh, this guy. Okay. Supply off. Supply off. Basically, I just want to build that nullifier. You and you armed on just to start sieging this and just doing some broad damage. Actually, you want to know what? You two armed off. Well, this one goes armed on because this one's going to get better range on that. Okay, you two are being a bit you are being a bit overkill. I don't think there's much I can really do about this. You move down there so that this mortar can get into good position to do damage. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send cannons up here to take a tower here. And then I'm going to send 3 more right here to maybe connect to the lifting box. And then I'm going to save and just hope that this works out. Mortars come down here, and you want to what? You lot arm. This is going to be a mess regardless of what I did. Okay, you lot all just jump back up here. You're not...
What did I miss?
I went for the drop early. I'm going to see if I can flutter the nullifier just enough to get any last minute nonsense out.
Yeah.
So there and there, that's actually the setup. Okay, you're out of ammo. You move into position and arm yourself. These ones are just doing damage. They're not actually doing great damage. I'm going to move you down and arm you. Just have... You know what? You... All of you, just you 3, just go down here and just start sieging the middle. Because if I can start sieging the middle, that will do enough damage to... Okay, you are... So you move into position. So yeah, if the mortars start dealing massive damage... Okay, so this is nullified. I just need to do a bunch of damage while the cannons keep me alive. Question mark, question mark, question mark, and I don't really care about losing these. Oh, I forgot to arm these. I am stupid.
Ooh.
Okay, that's actually a problem.
Quick question that you address Suxy's question in the chat.
Oh, sorry. Basically, the idea for this run came when we were chatting about. It was a comment that we had I can't remember which one of us made it, but one of us made a comment in the Creep World 4 chat about the no tower energy, or yeah, disable tower energy. I'm gonna need to restart. Try this. I need a better. Okay, arm you guys.
Cannons! You didn't bring enough gun.
Exactly. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna doom drop the center here. Just you lot all arm, just with the sole purpose of doing damage, and you 3 do the same thing up here. Just all arm. Just start doing damage. That I don't care about the details. You 2 are out of ammo. Just get out of the way. you two move into position and start sieging again. And then you three, I don't know what, you three, you can go here. Actually, I don't know, you go here and arm yourself. You go here and arm yourself. And then I've got probably a few others. You three just go over here and just siege the middle of that, just do damage. Problem is I know I'm dropping cannons into places they won't survive, which... Okay, so mortars will just do a ton of damage. You can see on the creeper graph the amount of damage they're doing. It's not nearly as much as I was hoping, but yeah, take what you can get.
Of course, you could also argue that you are performing the strategy a little bit quick. If it wasn't for stream and that kind of stuff, maybe a whole lot more save loading would go into it.
Yeah, maybe. That's an excuse. Okay, nullify obtained.
That is just an excuse.
Now I just need to start hammering the middle until the map runs out of creeper to kill me with. Problem is, it ain't running out soon. I think I might have to do the nullifier flutter thing I was talking about. Nothing else is gonna give me. Armed. Yeah, you go over here and just arm yourself. I don't even know what. You're out of ammo, just come back here. I'm just gonna start sacrificing mortars just to do damage. The entire idea that I'm just gonna do a ton of damage, and if the creeper level gets low enough, I'll win. Not quickly, but...
That's kind of the idea.
While I'm fueling this cannon right here to defend the actual valuable thing.
Yeah. Guess it is a really good question how much creep you need to remove before things will actually just stay safe indefinitely.
I mean, the short answer is a lot. There's no two ways about that. Like right now, the average creeper level is 2.1. You can see in the bottom left. Also, just slowly losing energy.
So that's what that number means. No, wait. Different. I'm looking.
Actually, hold on, I'm just gonna do this. It means that I'll use half the power on this, but it means I don't need to micro it. Yeah, you're out, so you go up here. You are out, you go up here. Supply you for a second. Supply you for a second just to defend everything, because right now everything is getting very close to dying and I'm very paranoid.
Could we take a quick survey of the map? I kind of want to just look at the creep in 3D view around.
Yeah, there's huge piles here.
There's still really Phil.
Yeah. I mean, I took out a third of the creeper on the map, despite all the mortars that I had.
I mean, I was imagining this taking a whole lot of units, so I guess that just makes sense. I guess that fortunately does make sense.
I forgot to keep that thing. I forgot to flutter it.
Because now it's a choice between sitting and doing time or reloading and building up even and sitting and waiting for that for a long time.
Yeah, I mean this is why I just didn't want to do this map.
Yeah, I'm still betting on the fact it's built a ridiculous amount of weapons. That means at least it's just kind of time investment. You don't have to be micromanaging that thing. Just slowly losing energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna get enough more. Oh wait, no, I did this. Yeah, I'm just gonna build up enough mortars that I can do exactly that. I didn't want to, but yeah, basically just go until the timer literally says like 2 hours. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever. Hit play. There's no need to be pausing if you're just going to.
Oh yeah. Pause. Armed off. Armed off for all of them. Okay. Absolutely riveting gameplay here. Yeah, we're up to 85, and I think that I have half of them here. Yeah, so in theory, this will be enough damage to reduce the creeper level down to 1, which means I just need to take this entire thing and build it again.
Yeah, I'll say you should be believing more.
Well, I'm going to build all these, and I'm going to move them out, and then I'm going to over here, and then I'm going to build the rest right here.
Oh, yeah, I get it now. I just misunderstood. I get it. Yep, that's gonna take some time. So, do you want to sing a song while we wait?
Not really. Well, anyway, so...
What are you saying? That you don't have a beautiful singing voice?
Absolutely not. I am tone deaf as all hell.
Oh, I feel you. Oh, I feel you on that one.
Anyway, I guess, is there anything else interesting that we could be doing while this is building up?
I can tell you a story from 6th grade about singing.
Sure, why not? We've got 15 minutes to kill, probably.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, why not throw in some stories, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was like 6th grade, 7th grade, maybe. And our teacher had this brilliant idea that we are going to do a musical. And somehow I ended up having to do a singing like solo, right?
Okay.
And a song with a few verses in it as well, right?
Okay.
I was so bad at singing that we ended up cutting 1 or 2 verses entirely. I mean, I did it. I stood up on the stage. I did the song. But, yeah. It seems like we're not the only bad singer at the time.
Yeah, that's just... Anyway. I guess, any maps that you have in the works that you want to talk about, or don't want to talk about?
That's quite a There's quite a few things I've been thinking about, but actually getting there. Of course, the mystical box map that we talked earlier. Then there's the Death from Above map 2. I want to take a look at and add some blobs and some shenanigans.
Yep.
I've also like forever been thinking about the whole hold objective. And there were actually a map posted recently that had a what seems to be a undefeatable amount of creep. But I was thinking about making a serious hold map with ramping for like 2 or 3 hours maybe.
Like an actual like difficult 2-hour map.
I mean, it's the hold objective, like hold as long as you can.
Oh.
But the hold objective of itself should also be pretty challenging. Minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But simply just put ramp mechanic on the map, so people want to try and hold out for as long as they can. The map will ramp up 3 hours before it gets completely insane.
Yeah. I've been thinking about doing my own hold map. Thing is that I'm thinking about using creeper cutoff as a core mechanic. Entire idea is that you can't defend the thing, all you can do is keep creeper at the cutoff value so that the emitter doesn't emit. Thing is that if there's a bunch of like AC emitters, suddenly the problem becomes a bit more noticeable.
Interesting. So would it be like a emitter that's really strong, or at least powers up over time?
Well, actually, I was thinking a bunch of the creeper production is going to be from eggs. So the idea is you need to be sniping them, so there's a bunch of energy that you basically just need to keep managed. And the other half is that what was it? I was thinking of the problem is I can't really do it nicely with 4RPL, but yeah, I mean the main thing is that the creeper on the mainland is going to be produced by eggs, so you kind of need to keep the creeper and anti-creeper as separated as you can with shields while popping all of the eggs. So you need to produce a ton of creeper and not kill it while defending yourself using shields.
The idea of popping the eggs is to keep the creeper cutoff going, right?
Yeah. Else you die.
I see.
I mean, it's not going to be an immediate death, but there's going to be like an anti-creeper pool next to the like on the hold objective, so you could mess it up for a bit, but once it's been off for 5 seconds, you're dead. Or not 5 seconds, but 20 seconds. I'm gonna play with it. I'm still not happy with the idea though, but that's just what I've been thinking on.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I could be. I mean, the one I should do just on popularity alone is I should get the 3rd CSM map up, but I just have no motivation to do it.
See, that's also an important factor.
Yeah, it's just anytime I sit down and try and do it, I'm like, just nope, can't do it. I just don't want to. I'm just sitting there like just staring at it, like I want to be doing anything else right now.
Yeah. I guess that is a clear sign of you should be doing something different.
Yep. Yeah, I'm tempted to try and pass off the CSM project to someone else.
See.
Because if I can just get the semiconductor code done, then as well as the full unit.
What about hard maps that use the Creeper World 3 strength berthas? Or would you run into the same problems as Creeper World 3?
So, the problem is that berthas at the level of Creeper World 3 berthas would have kind of the same problem airships do, in that any map you introduce them to, they kind of overshadow everything. Like, they're so powerful in all situations that you basically just want to use them, except against the shallowest of creeper. So, and the other thing is that to make hard maps where you would actually use the Bertha, the amped up Bertha stats, you'd need something very dangerous.
I can't remember the name unfortunately, but I did Creeper World 3 map where you couldn't build Berthas. They were pre-placed. And I had kind of designed the idea of the map around having to save all. But I know, was it Johnny who managed the map by losing? He lost like 2 Berthas, but still did it. So I had kind of balanced the map around you having Berthas and a shit ton of mortars as well. That's really difficult to get that kind of balance. So if you could do something in Creeper World 4 with the Berthas as well, but the only way to really see it is to limit the amount of, because as far as saying like they are just so powerful that you just build them, right? You need something incredibly dangerous, and you just continuously build more Berthas. It's gonna be a balance, a nightmare. Yes, there's another row of motors built. Well, I guess they're not completely filled yet, but...
Yeah. I mean, I could try and go with this, because I think I'll get the average creeper level to 1, and I think that will be enough that the emitter might be safe.
You know my answer, right?
Build more.
Yeah. I had envisioned this entire corner being pretty much covered in cannons and motors.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just gonna be another 10 minutes of waiting. We're already up
yeah,
to,
unfortunately.
We're already up to probably close to 30 minutes now, so what's another 10?
Yeah, pretty
Absolutely
much.
riveting gameplay.
Oh, that's another one of those things. I'm just gonna delete this guy. No, you dude.
Thank you.
Be a butt. Well, do we have any other good stories to tell?
I mean, nothing that I want to talk about on stream. I have stories. My god, do I have stories?
Well, now you got me all sorts of curious. Holy...
Well, I mean, the problem is one of them basically would dox me.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
I'm not
good.
telling that one.
I am thinking of something more. I mean, I have a story when I was bicycling in the forest. It's like a long time ago, 17 or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a mountain bike kind of bicycle. It did have some tires that terrain and stuff, but I did find myself in leaf coverage, like really heavy leaf, and going downhill, and I realized that I couldn't turn. Like I was just gonna go straight ahead. There's nothing I could do. And there was a tree straight ahead, so I was like, yeah, if I'm gonna go for like 20 more, I'm gonna hit that tree. So I did the only reasonable thing I could think of, and that was quite literally throw myself forward while throwing the bicycle backwards. And as I was going in the air, I was like doing a spinning around, going around a backflip, just a front flip. I was doing a front flip, and as I was turning in the air, my mind suddenly went to the content of my bag, because I had a banana, and I kind of ruined my banana. And I was kind of planning on, rolling. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna twist my body in the air. So instead of landing and rolling over shoulder instead. So I did that, and I rolled, and I landed on my body, glided across the the forest floor, and I just casually took my bag out and looked at the bag, completely fine.
Yeah, unfortunately, it cut out a bit for that, but I think I got the gist of it.
No, it cut me out. How dare you? Damn internet.
Yeah, it'll be so much. It'll be great once you have internet.
Yeah. We'll look at maybe a month.
Yep. Well, in that
Awesome
time,
story, and it cuts me out.
we managed to take a third of the time that we were dealing with.
Well, I have another story of me doing stupid shit. I was going on a skateboard down a hill, and it was a very large hill. Right? Being again, I've been like 16 or something. I mean, the age of stupidity.
Yeah.
And do you know what speed wobbling on a skateboard is?
Vaguely.
Yeah,
Like
and
I don't skateboard, but I have a guess as to what speed wobbling is because I've seen people on skateboards.
yeah, it's literally just you're going so fast that keeping the balance is going to be difficult, and the skateboard quite literally starts wobbling from side to side. And when you get into that, it's really difficult to to stay still, right?
Yep.
And I knew that I was going so fast that I was very, very soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my idea were to turn to a little bit to the right and then turn a lot to the left to get over to some grass, and it's pretty much just grass and the grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
I started the process and I started right, but then I realized this is going too fast. I'm not gonna get to that grass. This is this is getting slightly dangerous. So the only solution in my to quite simply just jump off the skateboard and kind of land on the asphalt, right?
That does not sound like a good idea, but continue.
So my mind was like, what if I slightly like lean my body backwards, so when my feet touches the ground, I will have that split second more before my head is getting thrown forward and I'm gonna slightly smash into the asphalt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had this kind of, I was like very, very lean backwards when I made contact with the asphalt. But what I had envisioned didn't happen. What instead happened was just my shoes just sliding and me falling backward. And then my mind was like, wait a second, I have an apple in my left pocket. So I can't just smash that left butt cheek to the ground and slide it on that apple and my heels. And when I was done, I took the apple out of the pocket, and literally it was like I had taken it, rubbed it on the asphalt. It was completely. It's so weird. I'm telling you, when I'm falling, my body does the weirdest of things. Like, wait a second.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Well, I have some less interesting stories.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think which one. I'm blanking on what the other one was. So I'll go with the one I'm immediately remembering.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I'll go with the one I actually remember. No, but oh, I remember this. So one of them was pretty simple, but one of the blessings when I was 18, driving, of course, my parents' car. Great blessing to have a very light car if you are driving in a area that has extreme winters.
True.
Yeah, went sideways, literally going walking speed, and I'm just like staring out the car like I have no idea how to stop this. The car's just going sideways at walking speed. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? So it ends up like half in the ditch, and then one guy is walking along. Between the two of us, we literally just pick the car up, put it back on the road.
Such a light car.
Well, it wasn't like completely because it was more we were pushed it back onto the road, but pretty
Yeah,
much
but still.
we lifted up effectively one wheel to put it back on.
Yeah.
Which, you know,
That's kind of funny.
it's just like one of those. Yep. Drive a light vehicle. Don't drive like those don't drive like those big trucks. They aren't a proper winter vehicle. You know, the tiny
Yeah.
little ones, those are a winter vehicle. Why? You end up in a ditch, just pick the car up, put it back on the road. No problem.
Was it what's it called? When it's driven by the front wheels instead of the back wheels.
Front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive.
Yeah, was it front or rear?
I can't remember.
Let's see. I mean, we don't have.
Yeah, the only thing I remember is it was stick shift. Probably rear wheel drive. Front wheel drive is rare.
Yeah. I remember it's not like that we have bad winters, like really bad winters, right? But when I lived down a dirt road, and I remember the light car with front wheel driving, and just going into the snow, like when it makes piles of snow, right? It's just if the car could like hit through the pile of snow and get the front wheels out on the side, it would just grip on and like pull the rest of the car through. That was also a rather light car as far as I remember.
Okay, so I think back to the level. I'm just gonna build these cannons and then I'm going to go, or I'm going to try and go.
Yeah, patience is running out. We hit the 2 hour mark.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess the other story, the other driving one, because the stories I remember come in pairs apparently. One time when I was driving home from an event, basically, guy on a motorcycle goes blazing past me at probably 160 kilometers an hour. So, for context, this is in Canada where highway speed limits is 100. But realistically, more people go 120, 130. So, but when the one person's going 160, they're the one most likely to crash. Keep in mind, motorcycle. How well do you think motorcycle crash goes?
Badly.
Because I got to witness that. Because I got to witness one. Except this guy, after crashing, decided to get up. He also crashed on the basically right in the he ended up lucky. He ended up on kind of the divider between the two directions traffic. There was there's the solid wall there and like an actual gap between the wall and traffic. He ended up there, and then he decided. Keep in mind, this is in the middle of actual traffic. Dude ran across the entire thing to escape into some woods. And short story, I was stuck there for 2 hours while the police were searching for the guy. Still never found him. Or, well, didn't find him while I was there. I never got... Basically, I got an email a week later, like, just basically describe what you saw, and then I heard nothing about what happened after. I have no idea what happened with that.
Yeah. I wondered if it was stolen.
That's what... I mean, because I was with my friend, we had just kind of sat there because we're stuck there for 2 hours. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, talk about what happened. Obviously.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. We were just shit posting in chat of like. What else were we supposed to do? We were bored.
Oh. Damn. Okay. Time to focus. We are almost there.
Okay, so.
More to the story, by the way.
Sorry, say again?
What's the more to the story, by the way?
Moral of the story, or?
No, more. If there were more to the story. It sounded like it was at the end, so.
Well, I mean, it really was nothing else. Like.
Yeah.
Like, there were a few other minor details surrounding it. Like, we actually had, because I was coming home for an event, that was actually something that we had another chat for with everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
So we were shitposting in that chat, which had, 1,000 people. We're just shitposting in the chat with 1,000 people. Like, well, we had the most interesting trip home. Anyone want to challenge us?
Did you remember to arm the cannons?
No. But I need to be very careful because
you don't want to arm everything.
Yeah, so these ones I don't want to arm. Okay. So I think I need to be a bit careful because if I start shooting too early, the emitter is just going to start producing. So I think what I'm going to do is move you up and you just go. You just go and do your thing. Actually, no, don't wait for these to land. You lot, I don't know what to do with you. Just move over here so that way I can get these 3 mortars in position. You lot, again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to start arming these and hopefully get a position that I can drop mortars in. And as soon as these land, I'm just going to go on the mortars and just hope that the... Okay, so you armed, you armed, you armed. Actually, disarm you, and then
You should
two
probably move
armed.
the motors into the creep so they can hit the area of the totem.
Well, I'm hoping that a bunch of these are going to also just protect, kind of, because what I really care is hitting the emitter, because the emitter is going to be the thing that's going to be targeting regardless.
What is that? Now I'm getting slightly distracted. Da, 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 da.
Hey, at least you can reheat a pizza without burning it.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, you two armed.
Interesting. I mean, I always use an oven pizza. I don't know why, but the only thing I really use a micro corns.
Okay.
Maybe a China box once in a while, but that's rare.
Supply off on everything. I just depleted my power on something, on everything dumb.
Oh no! You resupplied everything.
Yep, okay.
And here we're talking
Resupply
about
off.
leftover pizza.
Resupply off. Oh wait, no, I need to... No, these are supplied. Ah! Well, I can start getting things in position while I'm building up energy. You there, there, there. Sure, why not? Okay. You lot armed and just... Okay, that's probably a good enough position. You two come over here. Okay.
Do you remember to arm them?
Yes. Okay. So now I need to focus.
What is that? Is skilled?
Skillet?
Yeah, it's like it just translated to a pan.
Yeah,
when I did the
yeah, it
translator.
pretty much is. It's a kind of a, if I say cast iron pan.
Ah.
Like not one of the
Hello,
deep ones.
Grabs, by the
Skillets are
way.
very shallow. Skillets are very shallow. Is kind of the easiest way to say it.
Hey, Grabs. I get it.
Notice the timer, Grabs. We've been having fun building up a ton of forces on 1 energy production. Because that's how you beat this map.
A frying pan. I see.
Oh yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Frying pan's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna enable these randomly just to do damage.
Well, that just makes a lot of sense, actually.
No, you.
I mean, couldn't you just, instead of adding water, couldn't you just... That's just me. Oh yeah, Grabs, you if you ever get the chance for back and watch the VOD, we had some interesting stories to tell.
Mostly on the boredom of we have to wait for 2 hours to actually let this build up. Okay, you 3 and armed with the sole purpose of maybe getting some dead zones here that I can just doom drop 6 of you lot to siege the middle. And then, why do I have a bunch of you guys down here? You wanna what? You lot, go up here. Bomb that one. Okay. You armed. You arm.
Nope, not yet.
You arm.
We are doing home before the last 2 missions.
Yeah, we're saving. We wanted to do those 2 last because they're actually kind of interesting. This one is not. I didn't want to end on this.
Yeah,
That
we're
would just be a
wondering.
tragedy to end on this.
Yeah, I was wondering slightly if we might cut it up to do another stream.
I mean, well, it depends how late we want to go.
Yeah, I mean, have you any idea? I guess we can talk about that. This is done really, but I was thinking of having a quick chat about the length the other maps might take.
I think that I mean, they should be faster. I think
Well,
at this
yeah,
point
they're
we're
definitely
not.
gonna be faster.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of obvious they're gonna be faster, but well, yeah. Okay, so now I have a nullify, and now I just need to do enough damage.
Any feeling of how much of the forces you have actually used? Because we are down to 50,000 creep, which is not that bad actually.
I mean, I've done a good amount of.
Oh.
I forgot to arm these. I forgot to arm these ones, which was stupid of me, because I lost 2 mortars. You lot just go in and just do damage. You two just start firing.
You have to some motors maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
back now.
well,
It's going back now.
Okay, you resupply. I need something to defend.
You should probably get. You have 1 cannon near the rift line. Cannons.
That's.
And you have 2 cannons to the right of the emitter.
Oh yeah, I had a bunch of these cannons for exactly the resupply thing I was just looking at, because I'm smart. Why did I not do this?
Still 2 cannons that's closer on the low ground to the right of the emitter.
Oh, cool.
Okay, yes, one of them is actually pretty empty, so that's not really worth it.
Yep. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna try and do as much damage as I can in the time I have.
Maybe activate the outer edges motor on the bottom.
Which one?
Bottom left of the map, completely bottom left.
Oh,
of the
I
map.
forgot about those ones. Oh, all of you armed on. Okay, so that should be safe.
Into 3D view, because I think this area is not really motor worthy anymore.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's really mortar worthy right now. I'm just damaging stuff for the sake of damaging it. The main thing is that now this is actually damaged enough that I think I can actually send in cannon groups to clear out an area to maybe get paths up for...
I don't know why, but I would like to give the creep some time to accumulate back into the areas, and maybe some of it to evaporate as well. Because a few cannons should be capable of keeping this at bay. I mean, probably you should take and delete most of the used stuff right now, just to get the clutter away.
Problem is,
drop a save as well. Drop a save as well, just in case.
Yep.
Here we go.
The nullifier, well, I mean, the problem is that it just has production, so I kind of have to do something about it, and it has more production than... It has the equivalent production of a mortar doing 100% damage. So the thing is that my plan is I could flutter this on-off to get my energy storage up. do it more efficiently if I need more power, but basically the idea is if I can just indefinite hold this, then I can do that to get power to actually win.
Maybe if you get the totem at the emitter activate, there's no more creep going through the pipes, but it might also just make it worse. You should definitely get at least one motor into the middle.
Yeah, I was planning to get more, but yeah, okay. You lot are still disarmed, but I'm just gonna put you here because I plan to put you over here. These ones are just doing damage, and the average creeper level is down to 1, which is great.
It seems like grabs is not necessarily tricky thing. You wanna quick explaining of how it works?
Yeah, I know how to do basically, the problem is it's incredibly slow to do. Like, that's the only reason I don't want to do it, is that it's like, it requires frame advance.
Yeah, was it 29 frames on or off and 1 frame on? It's kind of what
Like,
you're
I could
going
do
for.
this and without too much difficulty.
Yeah. Oh, you should probably put it on. Leave it off.
Yeah, I'll leave it, but yeah, I'll turn it off when I do other micro. Okay,
Yeah.
but now the average creeper level is down very low. So in theory,
So precision motoring is what I'm thinking. Are you traveling into the creep? No.
you want you there, armed. And the idea is that at this point, the creeper level is so low that I can just win, question mark.
I don't know,
Maybe.
what are you hoping? I mean, it feels like that, again, maybe you need to wait for creep to gather up in the pits a little bit and hammer the
Yeah,
precision motoring.
so just let this go and, oh wait, no, this is a problem. You take some energy to defend that.
You have plenty of cannons.
Huh?
Just move your
Oh,
cannons.
yeah. Oh, you're out. You there.
There we go.
Oh, be careful. with
Yeah, I
that.
don't think you should try to do that on ×4.
Yeah, that's a stupid idea on ×4.
Yeah, you just need to. You can go normal now. Hammer the creep, it gather up again.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna take the mortars that I have and I'm just gonna start trying to hammer the actual creeper, and like, I can access the deepest parts here now, so I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna arm you two immediately, and then I'm gonna grab the third one in a minute. The idea is that I just want to get rid of all the creeper.
Yeah.
Because once there's no creeper, this is, in theory, very easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clear out this area.
Nullifier needs a new cannon. You got more cannons to spare. Don't resupply. You got cannons.
Yeah, but I don't want to lose it. So I'm just giving some supply because I have extra power from just...
Could you do me a favor and drop a cannon in that ditch further forward? You have to the right, to the left of the rift lab as well. You got some cannons.
Yeah, I was planning to use those for up here, but yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so you two go down here and arm.
How many motors do we have around? That's actually filled still. A few. I see. Because we're down to 13,000 creep. That's not a lot of creep.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, a bunch of it's going to be up in this pool here. I don't care.
Yips. Here to some probes, but some motoring.
Okay.
Ooh. Well, I'll say the creep is low enough, and we're
Oh.
even having a few motors there.
That's why I want supply on, because none of these cannons have power anymore.
Get a cannon from the left of.
I wanted these ones to clear out this area, because I'm gonna need them.
Is there no more cannons left at all?
Pretty much. I mean, I've got these ones, but I need
Yeah, you
these
can grab
ones
those.
to clear out this area
Or
temporarily.
can you
so I
connect
can-
to the from the north to that totem?
from up here? No, this one I
Oh,
remember.
this is the one you have to go one deeper. I see.
Yeah. Oh wait.
I
No,
mean,
yeah,
you can get that
those.
with motor power as well.
Well, the problem is that it just kind of floods back in very easily.
I mean, I was envisioning just pretty much continuously hitting the middle of patches. We almost all out. Some more. You have a few more motors. Get them. Yeah, get them hitting the middle ground of just any of the patches. Do you have more motors on the right side as well?
No, I think I used all of them.
Yep, they look all empty. So we have 2 more motors with shots. They can take out a little bit creepers. Oh, cannon needs to move down to maybe power. No, it's not really advancing anymore. Perfect. Oh, cannon's there is done, so that didn't really. Oh yeah, we really need. Yeah, you're doing that to just build up a slight bit of energy.
Yep.
Also, the cannon on the left side of the Riplaf seems to be capable of going to ditch and defend that.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna dump this in here, although I think this side is
Really?
actually more...
You don't need that, it looks like. If you look at the creep, it's kind of distressing, but maybe.
Okay, fine, over here. Oh. That was a mistake. That was a mistake.
Well, that's a costly mistake right now.
Okay, supply off.
I mean, you have 30 energy in storage. What is it that you need energy?
The towers, and I'm hoping to supply cannons to actually push in to build the towers.
See. Well, you could do some lab hovering instead. You have connected to the box, which is lab hover for the rest. Yeah, if you just do lab hovering from now on, we're done. You might lose some packages to the nullifier on the other hand. Would actually be kind of bad. Don't forget to build the tower on the right side, now that you have dropped it.
Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to actually resupply these two, because I have the power to sustain this for quite a bit.
Yeah, and don't forget the nullifier have 25 storage
yep,
as well.
Exactly, so I think if I just go...
Yeah, exactly. Just go.
Nicely done. Okay. Oh my god, that was a task and a half.
Pretty much.
Okay, but that just leaves us with Wallace. And okay, so at this point, we've already failed 100%. So, as much as I think I could do this,
why have we failed 100%?
Somewhere in space-time.
Oh. I thought you were talking about this map.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is how quickly do we want to wrap this up, because I think that there is one thing I can do to speed this map up a lot.
We escaped. I'm thinking if we should do just simply do another stream for the last 2 maps, and
well, I mean, the problem is that I think that these maps are actually going to be faster than home. Like, unless you want to, like, see? I guess it is. Are you about done? Because I think that we could wrap this up in an hour and a half.
Yes, an hour and a half. Yeah, that is. Mm-mm. Yeah, I was thinking 3 hours when we started this, but I don't know why. I guess the real question is, could we do the last and because you are right, if you only have these two maps.
It's basically if we want to do any percent, we can do this very easily.
Yeah, let's do that for now then.
Yeah, I think might go for 100% later, but for right now.
Yeah. You just gonna wrap it up?
Yep. Okay, so that's any percent bonus.
Yeah, I mean, the grab's kind of leaning towards the same part as well, like a stream another day, getting
do
back
this
through
when I'm
with a
not
fresh
sleep
mind.
deprived. We'll go for 100% Wallace, 100% Founders, and we might try 100% somewhere in space time. But yep, so we'll finish it off with yeah, I think that the last four maps were just all really slow. Like Tower Darkness Compound Sequence, like they're just 100% is just a slog on all of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was 3 hours. We're left with 2 maps to 100%.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
And
much.
I think the plan is same time next week if that works. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, I'll make a live stream on my channel for once I get a bunch of things confirmed, and that will be scheduled. And the other thing is that I'll also make an announcement in the Knucklecracker Discord for anyone who wants to know when I'm doing this again.
Yep.
Yes, it is very nice that Terps are built with ammo. Although another way you can
Very
think of it is
useful.
the Terp is 20 energy, and then you need to fully power it for it to actually turn on. Which is that how it worked in 3? I think that they were like 25 energy in 3, but then worked as most people expect, just energy 1-to-1 for terraforming. Well, anyway, I think that will be it for today. So,
Yep.
with that, have a great day. Hopefully see you next week.
Have fun out there.
Goodbye.